successful at getting that transgenderism lesson for little kids taken down. But when the Maine Department of Education did so, the former staff member compared the parents to racist and the death of George Floyd. Help this make sense to all of us.
Well, that would be impossible, Greg. But if they're willing to lie to children about basic biology, which is essentially what they're doing there and what she was doing, I'm assuming she's a she. If they're willing to lie about basic biology, of course they're going to be willing to lie about rights and freedom. I mean, where is it that she's talking about that someone that's in the LGBTQ community can't buy property or can't vote? Where in the United States is that happening? It's nowhere in the United States. So, I mean, they're confusing kids not only with biology, but what freedom's all about. And to answer your question specifically on the name calling of parents over this, I always go back to the book of Nehemiah. Nehemiah, in rebuilding the walls and standing for what was right and rebuilding the community, was called every name in the book, was lied about. And so I say to all the parents out there that are standing up for truth, keep standing and let them call you every name in the book. That's sacred honor right there. Life, fortune, sacred honor, like we were talking about earlier.
She never mentioned that the doctor might get it wrong saying your child is brown or your child is white or your child is, but never mind.
Exactly. It's ridiculous.
Yesterday, President Biden posted on Twitter stating high gas prices, food prices, healthcare costs were the Republicans' fault. But he's president. His party controls both the Senate and the House. This was the fault of Vladimir Putin until yesterday. So is this blame shifting? Is this going to work out well in election year, Rick?
I don't think so, Greg. You know, like we were saying earlier, politicians have always lied, not meaning every politician has always lied, but we kind of associate that to politicians, right? Well, this guy keeps getting caught in the lie. So here he is lying about the cause of inflation and the energy crisis and all these things, the border crisis. He created all of it with his policies. And so the more he blames Putin or he blames the Republicans or whoever, and it's so obvious, as you just said, Republicans haven't had control. It's so obvious the American people see right through it. So he's absolutely not going to be able to pull the wool over everybody's eyes on this. And he and the Democrat Party is going to pay a hefty price in the 2022 elections.
Illinois Representative Adam Kinzinger showed up on ABC this week to whine about former President Trump.
That in about 10 years, there's not going to have been a single Trump supporter that exists anywhere in the country. It's like Nixon. There were a lot of people that supported Nixon until he was out of office, and then everybody was like, oh, nobody supported Nixon.
All right, Congressman Kinzinger's story. Are you buying or selling that one?
Selling completely. And I think the overturning of Roe v. Wade, the upholding of Second Amendment rights and religious liberty, all from a Supreme Court that Donald Trump made happen, I think will be a lasting legacy, whether he runs for president again or not. Kinzinger couldn't be more wrong. There's going to be a lot of people saying, I'm glad I voted for Donald Trump in 2016 to get that court, and I'm glad I voted for him in 2020. And I think we all know what happened in 2020 in the real election.
Yeah, we'll only know Kinzinger because of his tears. All right, I want to get your take on Michael Moore's 28th Amendment to severely control guns and replace the Second Amendment. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm so thankful that this guy has absolutely zero chance of such an amendment passing. And just so people know and understand, more than 20 states now have constitutional carry, which means that their state legislators made sure that the citizens of their states could carry a firearm without a permit. That means it's impossible that you will have 38 states ratify any kind of an amendment like this from Michael Moore. So this is Michael Moore just trying to get more publicity. He's an embarrassment to the country, and this amendment is going nowhere.
All right, Tucker Carlson was talking on television about the Democrats eroding support for Americans and their new direction. Listen to this.
And so the center of the Democratic electoral strategy going forward, I'm not guessing, they talk about it constantly, you're a journalist, you must have noticed, is to bring in new people who will vote for them.
Rick, is that why Joe cares nothing about the southern border security and brought in Afghan refugees with little vetting while leaving other Americans, others that supported America behind?
Yeah, and what's so sad about this, Greg, not only does it undermine the nation, but it has undermined the Democrat Party. So Joe Biden did this thinking exactly as Tucker's saying. This was their strategy, but it's absolutely backfired. Hispanics have dropped by 30 points their support of Joe Biden and their patriotism in the country and all of those things, because they know that what this president is doing is bad for the nation that they're a part of. So it's backfired completely on them. It will not pay off in 2022. And eventually we're going to get somebody that will actually close the border and will put a stop to this nonsense.
All right, Rick, these sea lions in La Jolla, California wanted people to get off their beach, so they chased them up and off it. Is this a more effective way to advance the green movement than blocking highways and gluing yourself to a famous painting?
If it is, then AOC would be out there, cheering on these sea lions, right? But maybe this is the new approach of the new left. Maybe they can count sea lions in their voter strategy. We'll see how that goes for them.
Sea lions at the Mexican border in the river. Just a thought.
That's
right,
an image.
All right, Rick, thanks so much. Mike, back to you.